Well, everyone is doing video tutorials these days, so I thought I would throw my hat into the ring and show you how to do area calculation diagrams uh, using text macros. Um, Generally, I like to use the cross box because that's what planning departments are used to seeing. So let's just throw a few um, cross boxes on there. We can adjust them later. And now I will give them a little bit more transparency so we can see what's going on underneath. Somewhere around 50% is fine. Now, here's the issue. You need to have text macros set up. Uh, the cross boxes, interestingly, don't have area uh, as a value built in. So you have to do a calculation. They do, however, have height and width, but those are in inches, so you have to divide by 44. I'll give you these polyline box macros with the post here. So anyway, this is a pretty easy macro. So what you do is just put a little text, pull in the macro. Now, if it doesn't attach, you won't get an option to select it. It'll just be grayed out. So pick that, click OK, and it's done. Now, once it's selected like that, you can just copy it to various other places, and let's this one is picking up the wrong one, so let's just move that over to here, and that is for some reason not picking up the right one. Well, let's oh, there's a problem. There we go. Let me just delete that. Now we don't need to have arrows showing here, so let's just go ahead and make those arrows white by selecting them and changing the arrow color to white. And why is that not doing anything? Oh, because we need to turn the line style to white. Now it looks kind of normal. We can throw in a few dimensions here. My departments love to see that. And the very cool thing is that if you adjust these dimensions, the area will change as well. So we can move these over and move these over and get those arrows turned off. The line style, change them to white, and there you go. Pretty easy. Now, one thing that I have discovered here is that if you have polyline rectangle, let's say, or a trapezoid or any other closed polyline, there is an area associated with that, so you need to use a different macro. In this case, I have a macro called area polyline, which has an area. And by the way, this rounding to 1 gives me 1 decimal point. If you didn't want any decimal points, you could just change that 1 in the area to 0. So what I've also found too is that when you add a hollow polyline, you have to pick the polyline itself, otherwise it doesn't pick up the polyline. So if I click here in the middle of hollow point and try to use, see both of these are grayed out, I can't pick anything. But the interesting thing is that if you put a fill in here, let's just put horizontal hatch, and run that same macro, it will pick it up this time. And you can also, at this point, turn off the fill, and it will still update accordingly. And again, we can pick up those arrows, change the color to white, and if it becomes disconnected like this, you'll know immediately because you'll see an evaluation error. So the fix there is just to put it back onto the polyline. So hopefully that's going to help. I would normally just add a little spreadsheet here to show a tabulation of the area and a total, but it's all pretty easy. Okay, hope that helps.